Welcome back to another edition of All Ball Chicago on the Bleav Podcast Network. I'm your co-host, Robert Bobby Reed, and I got the legend, the MVP veteran, the big 6'8" guard from Illinois, the NBA big-time Marcus Liberty, your host. What's up, Marcus?
What's up, my beautiful people? I'm in the building. Yeah. Man, you know I can sing, though, dog. You know I can sing?
No, I didn't.
No, I can't, man. But no, man, I'm happy to be here today, man. It's Thursday, baby. You know we going to drop Thursday, baby. Getting
Is
ready.
it Thursday or is it Wednesday? It is Thursday, right? Yep, that's right.
Dude, you know we drop every Thursday,
We
man.
drop
So,
Thursday. You're right.
we doing this segment for Thursday, baby.
Right.
That's
right.
man, I'm excited, man. And I know we want to talk about the fundamentals of the game and the development of the game, and what it's going to take, because youth basketball is a billion-dollar industry. Youth basketball is a billion-dollar industry.
Wow, that's why everybody going crazy getting the AAU team on every corner and every block.
Not just the AAU, the people that's developing kids.
Right, the trainers and all that stuff, right?
Because parents want their kids to be ready for, the AAU season, because a lot of AAU programs don't have time to develop them. So you go out and hire trainers so they can get developed.
Right.
I'm a trainer. I train kids down here and I get it all the time.
Right.
I'm just trying to get ready, or my daughter's trying to get ready for her AAU team, and they're going to be playing all over, and I want her skills to be tight, and I sit there and tell them, I said, I work on fundamentals. If you don't want that, then, because I'm not going to show you how to do all the trick dribbles. That's not what I'm about.
You get that on your own time.
Yeah. So I'm going to show you, your basic, your fundamentals, along with some other skills, knowing how to pass, shoot, dribble. Those are the key things, man. Proper defensive stance, and how you're going to make certain players move once you get past the first player. Because, most good players know they can get past the first player. It's that second player, how you going to make that move and what's your counter move going to be on that. And that's why I always tell kids, learn how to do the crossover, learn how to between the legs, learn how to behind the back, learn how to spin move, all that, because that's going to be a part of that second move, that counter.
Right.
And if you master that, you're going to be set.
Well, speaking of all this development stuff, let's get into the nitty-gritty of this whole thing. We was talking about how these college kids, they declaring for the NBA draft, but when they get there, they're not ready. And they end up having to go to the G League. It's the G League, right?
It's the G League. G League.
They end up having to go to the – they came and got it. And then that helped raise the salaries too, I understand too, right? So, but, I mean, how do these kids – where are they missing out at? Because it seemed like in the 80s, guys were so much more complete when they came out.
Well, Bob, you got to think about it. And back in the 80s, even 90s, right? And you go back to back in the days when people were playing basketball, and they were going to a lot of camps too. So back in the day, we were going to a lot of basketball camps and getting our skills and our development through that. And then, most time when you go to college, back then you were staying 3 or 4 years, so that was enough time for the college coaches, the assistant coaches, to get you in the gym and work you out and get you better. It's not like that now, so that's play, you get an opportunity to get a scholarship to go play college. And if you're a one and done type player, you're only going to be there for 1 year. So the coach don't have enough time to really develop you into that, player that you want to be eventually. So they don't have time. So they're trying to work in their schemes, they plays, they set, so the kid can get used to the sets, because they got to go play.
Right. I think that this is just my opinion with the AAU, and then with college and everything. It seems like everything is so microwavable now. Like, hurry up. What do you think about that, man?
No, I agree with you. It's Let's put them in the microwave. Let's see what comes out. Comes out. And sometimes, you know, back in the day, we prepared it right. You know, we made sure the right seasoning, right flavor was in there. We put it in the oven. We made sure we tasted, made sure, oh, no, it's not right. We do it again. Now you put it in the microwave. Mom, I'm hungry. I got to go. Boom, I'm eating, you know, and I'm out. And it might not taste good, you know, so, but I'm still going to eat it, you know. So it's like that's the society we live in right now, man. It's like they don't have time to really work on their skills. They don't have time to develop. You know, it's like, what you playing basketball? You know, you should have some time for that. And if your parents or your dad or whoever's in charge of, you know, your skill development, they have to go seek that for you. If they can't do it, they need to seek that for you, because that's going to prepare you for the next level.
Yeah,
And
man, that's real. I was looking at uh like the guy that's supposed to be the consensus #1 draft pick coming out. He played for
that's a kid from Georgia.
Georgia Bulldogs.
Yeah.
And honestly, I can watch these games and see these kids, and I find a flaw. You know, I can
every
look at
one,
them. I can
every
find
one
a
of them,
flaw. Yeah.
every one of them.
And it's
You know,
something about it, for you to be a #1 draft pick and you're a guard, so to speak, like a power guard. His handles a little shaky.
uh,
Have you watched him?
I haven't watched a lot of them, but I know he's super athletic.
He just got the big body. He athletic.
Got a big body. He can
Six
jump. He
seven.
got yeah, and I think that's where we at though, Bob. You got to think about it, man. It's not about, you know, the development part. They look at him like his skills. Yeah, they need some work, but who does it? That's what we was talking about early when I was talking to you. I was saying, who does it? You know, like Zion, he needed it last year. You know, Cam Reddish. I mean, all these kids that come out early, they all need some work.
They
But
all
if you're a lottery pick, they're not gonna send you to no G League.
right,
You know, it's like
right.
we invested in you big time, you know, and you're gonna have to either sit and get better, or I'm gonna put you out there in the fire and then you have to learn on your own.
Which is virtually impossible to get better sitting, bro.
Yeah.
You can't get better sitting. So I was looking at the 2020 NBA mock draft, you know, and they got the guys who they feel would be like #1, and they got the kid that we were just talking about, James Wiseman, going to Golden State.
Hmm.
They got Golden State getting the first pick.
Also, they might have the potential to have the first pick, or they
Now
do
you
have.
know that's wrong. That's wrong.
That kid, I saw that kid play in on the EYBL circuit. That kid is long and he's athletic, man, and 7 foot and can do a lot of things, man. So I look for some good things coming out of him. And I think the short time that Penny had him, because you could tell what kind of coach Penny Hardaway is. He's more of a skill development coach, not so much caught up in all these X and O's. And I think he's sincere about trying to help these kids get to the next level as far as the development go. And then he got some coaching, his coaching staff, you know, a couple of them. I think Mike Miller's on his staff, who also played in the NBA. So he got some resources that he can tap into. You know, if kids want to learn how to work on their shot, you know, form and technique, Mike Miller, that's you. You do that. Kids, you know, 6'8" can handle the ball. Man, Penny gonna do that. You know, so he has a good team, man, around him. And I think this draft is going to show, you know, what the big fella's all about. Wiseman. I think Wiseman going to come in and surprise a lot of people, man, because even though they didn't get a good chance of a lot, you know, to look at him, things that I saw, I said, this kid going to be special.
Yeah, man. You know, it's something else, man. That he caught that he ran into all those problems at Memphis this year, though. You know, he didn't even play not one game. He played one game this year, right?
Yeah. Well, no, I think he played more than one game. Uh, but it was unfair. But the things that Penny was doing in practice, man, because they showed a lot of his practices on ESPN, on I think it's called Hardaway or something. The
Mm.
Harder Way. You saw that show, right, on ESPN?
Oh, yeah, I saw it, but I didn't get a chance to watch it. But yeah,
You
I
got to
saw it.
watch it, man. You got to watch it. Well, anyway, he's doing a lot of skill development with those kids, man. And when he's talking, he's basically saying, I want to win, but at the same time, I want to help you,
Right,
fulfill your dreams, whether that's playing overseas or whatever. I want to help you guys, fulfill your dreams. And you don't get too many coaches like that, man. And he's definitely one of those coaches, and he put Memphis back on the map. Uh, so I think he's one of those coaches that going to take time to develop players. A lot of coaches don't have that enough time to really say, you know what, let me develop you guys and get you better. And I didn't heard it from some college coaches. I'm not going to say no names, but I didn't heard from college coaches saying, we don't have time to develop, man. We go to the transfer portal and look and see what's out there, because if that guy played, had a couple of years, and then he wants to transfer, we know he's ready.
right. And that makes
They,
sense, man. That
yeah,
kind
they
of
go.
makes sense, man. Because
Yeah,
I know they recruited big time from JUCO last year.
yeah.
And I remember talking to Tracy Dildy. Tracy Dildy said they looking strictly for JUCO kids because they can come right in right away.
Right. Right. So it's people that looks for, because you know why? Because they're older, right? They have some experience. So they look for that, man, because they know a lot of colleges, they need to win right now. They don't have time because they only have these kids for 1 year. The ones that's going to the pros, one and done. So they have to look for, some of those players that's got a little bit more experience and they want to transfer. And that means if they played 2 years and they put their name in the portal, so that's 3 years they out of college. So they're gonna of course they're gonna go after those type of players.
Yep. Well, they got this kid from Iowa State, Tyrese Halliburton, for Iowa State. You seen that tall, skinny? I mean, that long,
I think
skinny,
he's I
6'6"
think he's
kid.
I think he's Canadian, Isn't he?
I don't know, but Halliburton sound about Canadian.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think he is.
He's
No,
6'5", 170 pounds. He's light.
yeah, but I think, man, I think they need to change that. I think that kid weighs more than that. But
I'm like, dang,
but
170
but but
pounds.
his skill set is off the charts. Like if you look at a lot of those Canadians that come over and play, in college over, at prestigious colleges, a lot of those their skill sets are tight,
Right.
because of the Canadian Basketball Association, how they set it up, how they develop their players, get them ready, to play. And I just think we, need something like that. I know we have some people out there doing. That's why I said when I talk about trainers and people doing their thing, to each his own. All I want is, man, we develop these kids, man, to get them prepared for the next level. So if your thing is flashy and my thing is basic, and I want to make sure kids get the right proper fundamentals, then let's do it, man. Let's do it. Because our job is to help kids become better. So
Well, if
if
you
we
the
can,
if you the fundamental coach, and then you got a flashy coach, that's the best of both worlds, there, buddy.
no doubt, no doubt,
You
no
can't lose.
doubt.
You can't lose with that, man. But that usually the
Oh,
head coach is always X's and O's, though.
yeah,
Head
yeah,
coach is always X's and O's.
yeah. So, but is it hurting some of the kids? You got to think about it. Is it hurting some of the kids who wants that? Who wants to say, you know what? I got this in high school. Now I want to take it to a whole nother level on some skill sets and some things that I can learn in college. But if that college coach don't have time, or the assistant coach doesn't have time, then what is it a player to do? So most of the time, a player gets upset and says, you know what, I'm leaving this place and I'm just going to put my name in the draft. And then if I don't get drafted, maybe I'll go to the G League, and then the G League can help me develop my skills, because that's what it's for, to develop me. But on the flip side of that, I tell kids, it's a doggy dog world too. So when you go there, you can think you think it's going to be easy, and these kids are coming out. These guys that have been there for a while is coming at your neck. Like man, you're not coming in here to just think you're going to take something from me. You got to earn
Little young whippersnapper.
it. You feel me? You feel me?
Yeah, it's grimy, man. Of course, I got a sports agency license with FIBA, and I haven't done nothing this year really, but it just honestly, to use the word depressing, I don't want to use that, but it kind of gets a little depressing. because there's so many basketball players out here, so many, and
Wow.
you know, and then I've been to those combines and stuff, and I look at these kids like, really, like,
Huh.
are you seriously think you can play, huh? Like, dog, you can't play, you know, like,
So Bob, when you say, wait, these are like, I guess I'm assuming you're talking about 19 to 20 something years old, right?
yeah, these
Kids.
guys are grown, man. These guys are grown,
So
20 up to
so you saying
25.
that you telling me that they fundamentals are not on point, that these kids, some of these kids don't even like really be
They don't
considering
they don't
going
even
overseas and playing basketball?
give it up, man. I'm telling you,
Wow.
man. I've been to so many of these combines, and you know, I could walk in the gym and I could see how you move when you dribbling if you have the coordination to get it done. And some people just don't have it. So,
And
and
that's
I
what
just want to.
Bob, but that's what I'm talking about. So when you're small, man, and we talked about this before, like every game that you ever played, I'm not talking about basketball, I'm just talking about kids game, tag, or you're it, red light, green light, all those games, man, they was like fundamental. So if your ears wasn't ready to listen to that red light, green light, and then you got to freeze, like, man, like that's fundamentals, man. So basketball is no difference. So if you get your coordination down when you are little, learning how to walk and dribble that basketball with smooth rhythm and not boom, 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 and off beat, because it is a rhythm to it. So if you're not learning that when you're young, when you get old, you're gonna look uncoordinated. You're gonna be like, man, who taught you how to play ball?
Right,
you
right,
know.
right.
So
You're
so
right.
that's what I said. You need to learn that stuff and still have fun, because that's what I do with my small kids when I train them. I let them have fun, and they don't even know that they're learning fundamentals while they're having fun.
That's a good way to do it, man. Because you'll have kids all on the sideline yarning and
Yep.
playing with something. You know, because those little kids get distracted quick.
Yep.
I just think that one thing about it is we got to be honest with these kids, and like you say, you do when you helping these kids get recruited. We just got to be honest with them, man, because you walk in there and you see the gym filled with about 300 people to try out for two positions, say the Bulls G League team. They only
Right.
got two jobs, dude.
Yep.
But it's 300 people in here, and you're paying $300, man. They done walked out of here with like 9 grand or
Right.
more. No, that's 90 grand. How much is 300 times 300? I don't know. What's that? That's four
Um,
zeros, about 90 grand, right?
yeah, but Bob, I'm not the one to crush someone's dreams, because I want everybody to dream, and you can have your own dreams and dream big, but you also have to put the work in. So you have to sometimes look yourself in the mirror and say, you know what, did I put did I put those 10,000 hours in on that basketball court? Did I work on my skills? Did I work on my jump shot? Did I do all the things that I can do to prepare me for this moment, for this tryout? So
Mm-hmm.
I did all that. I can accept whatever comes with that. So if I don't make it, I did. I gave it my all. If I made it, then yes, I deserve it, because I gave it my all. So I'm not the one that tell kids they can't do it, but you have the kids sometimes have to really look themselves in the mirror and say, you know what, I ain't ready, so don't need me going there. I'm not. I didn't put that work in like that, so I'm not gonna go try out for an NBA, organization to embarrass myself because I haven't put that work in.
And I think that's what happens, man. They watch this stuff on TV and they think, oh, man, I could do that. Man, I could do that. Dude, basketball is not a spectator sport. You know what I'm saying? It's for spectators. But if you, yeah, you be sitting on the sideline thinking you can do it, and then you get out there and be winded. You know what I'm saying?
And some NBA teams do that, man. They want to weed you out, so they'll do a lot of conditioning if they try out shit. You like, man, I'm tired, and they're like, well, he's gone. you know, Before we even start playing any games and using the basketball and doing drills, they gonna test to see how your endurance is. Like, can you really get up and down this court like an NBA? Like this is an NBA game. You know,
Yeah, they say Pat Riley is nuts. They say he about to he go hard.
I did one of his. I did one of his. You know, I tried out for Miami back in the day, and yeah, yeah,
It was the truth.
it was the truth, man. He did a lot of conditioning, a lot of running, man, a lot of running. But at the same time, Pat Riley knows his stuff. He
Right,
knows his stuff, man. He likes to get kids or get guys. If you look at that Miami roster, all those guys be slim, trim, and fit, man.
Mm-hmm.
Check them
Mm-hmm.
out next time and you watch them. They
You're
all
right.
slim, trim. They don't
Yeah.
have no big guys, you know. I
Right.
remember, is it Haslin? Udonis Haslin?
Mm-hmm.
He first got there from Florida, the University of Florida. He was kind of a chubby kid. But to Pat Riley, you know, system,
You're
that
like,
boy
that ain't gonna
slammed
work.
down. That boy slammed down, man, and kid looked like, man, he still can play, and he's in his 40s, man. Like he still can get down.
Right.
So big shout out to the Miami Heat organization, man, for making sure these kids are looking fit and doing what they supposed to do because you know they if they want to prolong their careers, man, you got to keep your body tight, man. You got to keep your game tight. You got to get in the gym and work out, man, and do some things that you may not want to do. You may feel a little bit uncomfortable. Oh, I don't feel like working out today. Well,
That's
you're
when
not
you
gonna get a
go.
paycheck. You're not
That's
gonna get a
when
paycheck.
that's when you go though.
You
That's when
know?
you're getting closer to success when you become uncomfortable.
Yeah,
I have to
man.
put yourself in an uncomfortable position. But how much time we got on this one, man? Where we at?
Man, I think we got like 2 more minutes, man, but we could shut it down, man. And I think Bob, that next one, man, I think we should try to get my man, and we're gonna put this out there. My man Terry Cummings. We're gonna get Terry Cummings on our next show next week.
Come on, Terry. Come on, man. Let's go, big
DC,
fella.
another one of our Chicago legends. I looked up to you, my brother. We're gonna get you on the show, man, and talk basketball, man, and see what you into now and how you doing and all that great stuff. So
Yes,
TC,
sir.
you're gonna listen to this, man, and make sure you tune in with us next week. Jump on the call with us next week, TC. All right.
Let's do it, TC. Well, that brings us to the end of this edition right here. I'm your co-host, Robert Bobby Reed, on the Bleav Podcast Network. If you're looking to advertise on our show, reach out, inbox Marcus Liberty or myself on Facebook, Robert Bobby Reed or Marcus Liberty. Hit them up on social media, Twitter, the real Marcus Liberty, or you hit me up, Shy Millie, on Facebook or Instagram, all of that good stuff. And, man, without further ado, man, what you finna be on, big fella?
Man, it's time for me to unlace the shoes, man.
What you got on, Jordans?
I got on my low cuts pennies.
All right, big fella, we out of here. Peace, man.
Peace. Holla.